Hi everybody, we're back for whatever video number this is. My name is Day.
I'm Ren.
And today we're going to talk about getting the most out of your author convention.
Or any book fair. Really.
Or any
I feel
book
like
fair.
convention is a very serious word, but it could be the goddamn farmer's market.
True. Or your kid's, like, book fair. I don't know if you had those as a kid.
So warm.
Stop. It's
Oh,
a
it's
bread maker.
It's bread maker.
My husband's making bread.
And he started, we like set up the camera to film, and we like sat down, and it immediately started the bread maker. And in the background, all you heard was like clunk, clunk,
Yeah, from the
clunk.
thing on the inside.
Making fun of you.
Yeah, we are making fun of you. In front of all of our subscribers.
I really thought we were gonna get the middle finger, and I'm really shocked we didn't.
Okay, getting the most out of author fairs.
Yeah.
Book fairs.
So I'm an author. I'm a self-published indie author. I have a single duology out, so 2 books, Tidebound and Tidekeeper, with more coming for next year. And she is not an author.
I am an author, just an aspiring one, first of all. Second of all,
Okay, this is you're a writer. But
I
put
am
me
a
in my
writer.
place. I deserve it.
But I do attend a lot of book fairs with author friends to capture content.
Like me.
Like Lauren.
And she has paying clients.
And I do have paying clients like Eric Tussock and Christy Gibbs, but she's not an author. That I know of. She's an editor though.
So she's still needs marketing.
And
content.
she also does a lot of book events. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so book events. I didn't start doing them until this year. My book came out in September 2024, so it'll be a year. Well, it has just been a year, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo,
Woo. And then my second book came out in August, so 11 months after. My first event was in February, and after that I did an event, I think every other weekend until June. And then I took a little bit of a break. I had one in July and then one in September. So I've done quite a bit. I've learned a lot. Should I start with mistakes I have made, maybe?
Sure.
Not bringing enough books. That's the first thing I did, because I only have one book, first of all.
Well, you have 2 now.
Well, I do now, but for majority, I've only actually done one event with 2 books. So for most of my events, I only had one book out. And let me just say, it's never too late to start, because my focus was not on sales. It was on like networking and getting my name out there. That was a really big thing. But because I wasn't focused on sales, there was a few events where I sold out or almost sold out. Well, I've never actually fully sold out, but I've gotten really freaking close. Like a couple books close. So bringing up books. Another thing is, what's a mistake I've made? Sitting on my phone too much. Some events are quiet and you get bored, and then I sit on my phone. And it's obvious. It sounds like really obvious, but I do it, and it's bad.
Those darn kids, they're on their phones too much these days.
It's another mistake that I've made.
Not
that
buying
you
a
have
wagon sooner.
Yes, I used to just carry my boxes to my table, which normally is fine, but I did my first 3-day event, so I had way more books than normal, and I didn't have a wagon, and it was like the middle of June. It was like
She's lucky that we love her.
so hot. Yeah, so get a wagon. It's really
Get a
nice.
wagon.
You can get them from like $70 on Amazon. It's great. Everyone at markets has the exact same wagon too. It's just in different
really
colors.
Funny.
So maybe like put a name tag on your wagon.
On your wagon, otherwise someone else is going home with it.
But that was very, very helpful getting a wagon. I really appreciated that. Thank you for asking me for buying one.
I think another thing is like hype yourself up. Like you're there to sell your book and being confident enough in your work. It's another thing that I see where there's a difference between being humble and, you know, getting pity, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean.
I think there was a point there, but it's gone.
think your point is that you've seen people at events who just sit there and they don't sell themselves because they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
You have to pitch. You have to make a pitch beforehand. That's one of my tips. First tip, make a pitch. First tip, buy a wagon. Second tip, pitch yourself. Know your pitch. Know what your book is about.
And like condensed. Like that's gonna sell people like the hook.
Like for example, this is maybe tip 3. Even go to markets where you don't think you are the target audience, or they are the target audience, because I went to Rose City Romance in Windsor, and it's a romance conference, and so I write romance, but it is like kind of YA. My first series is Fade to Black, and it's really slow burns, like nothing happens in the first book, like they don't even say I love you, and I did not feel like I was that market, because every other author who was there wrote smut. But then I pitched that to people, and I would tell them what my book was about, and I'd be like, it's a slow burn, this is probably the least spicy book here. And that sold it. Like, people bought it. Some people were there, they wanted that. Even though I didn't think that. So, find a way to have a short little quippy pitch like that. It can change every time. Just try stuff out. Like, my next series, I don't know anything about it yet, but I have been pitching it as sports romance meets medieval fantasy. And the moment I say that, people look at me and they go, jousting? And I go, yeah. I don't even have to say the word jousting, but they get it. Because where else is your mind going to go with medieval fantasy? And there's no other sports.
There's melee.
Oh, it's way more boring.
It's still combat.
Yeah, it is part of it, actually. A little bit. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of research.
Like virtual tournaments and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sport.
Yeah, but jousting's like the cool one. It's where the cool kids go. No?
Yeah, no, I like jousting. I'm really looking forward to this book. So.
But yeah, so that would be tip number whatever I just said, 3 or 4. Another tip, actually, like just when you're at markets, network with people, with everyone, talk to everyone.
Yeah, and actually talk to people and introduce yourselves. Like a lot of people get a lot of followers and their books out there just by networking.
Mm-hmm. Or like selling your books to your friends.
Or getting your dad to take them to their office.
Yeah.
But that's not a convention thing. Snacks are always a good thing. Don't ever go to a convention without snacks. Otherwise you're stupid.
I went to an event once that they promised us lunch and there was no lunch. So be prepared for stuff like that.
Be prepared for stuff like that.
Fans.
Electrolytes, fans, sweater too, because some places are super cold.
What I've noticed is you get in there and when you arrive, it's super warm because of a whole bunch of bodies. And then they crank the AC and then it gets freezing. And then people complain that it's cold. So by the end of the day, it's hot again. Like, it's bipolar. And it happens at so many events. So many event hosts do it. I've noticed that. So, just with weather, if you have an outdoor event, don't. I'm kidding. I've only done one ever outdoor event and I didn't like it.
Yeah, if you're going to do an outdoor event, sunscreen and bug spray. Like, just don't mess with it, because we ended up having to bum some bug spray off of the guy one time.
But that's on networking, because, like, I was making friends with people over the fact that I didn't have bug spray.
Yeah, because we're lame and didn't think about it.
Yeah. No, I was not a fan of the outdoor market, but I've heard good things from other people, so I might try another one in the future, but not anytime soon.
I think it's also worth investing in something to take multiple forms of payment, especially card.
You don't actually have to pay for anything. I have a Square device, but on the Square app, you can take payment with your cell phone now for free.
Oh, cool.
Like, it's just the same. You have to have Wi-Fi, though. Like, with my Square little card thing, it connects, like, Bluetooth, so I don't need Wi-Fi, which is the bonus. But, yeah. But getting something like that, having a little bit of cash on deck. I have to be honest, I have gone to events and not brought cash because people pay with cash and then I can kind of trade it out, but that's a little dicey.
That is a little dicey, especially if someone gives you a bigger bill.
Yeah, but I've managed to get by on it sometimes. Having lots of little goodies to give away. Like, I tend to give away a lot of stickers, and if someone buys a book, I will always give them a sticker or give them a bookmark or something with it. My business card is a bookmark, so I stick that in every single purchase, or if someone's walking by, I throw my bookmark at them. I go for bookmarks like crazy. Bundling things is really, really good. So if you have character art, you can my event where I had both books, I was $25 each. Try that again. $25 each, but then if you bought both books, it's $40, so $5 off each. Or you can get both books plus all the character art, which I have 5 prints, for $50. So if they were to buy the books online, it's the same price as buying both the books with me plus all the art. And that sounds like you're losing money, but character art literally costs 4 cents a piece of art. It's crazy markup. I sell them for $5 each. Everyone does. But you get them because you can buy 1,000 pieces of character art and be set for life. And then the breakdown is insane. So that's why you'll find a lot of authors just throwing character art around because it's super cheap and it gets people to remember your book. So that's good advice. Even if you don't think you can afford character art, you can find people on VGen or Instagram for $20. Don't get scammed. VGen, I recommend it more than Instagram. Most of my Instagram people are only people I've hired who have 70 to up, with 70,000 followers, because I know I'm not going to get scammed by them. But VGen, everyone on there is vetted, so there's no AI. So there's a lot of international people on there who charge very, very little for very good work. So I recommend. You have to kind of sort through all the anime though, because it's primarily used for VTubers, which is why it's a VGen, but you can find some good stuff on there. That's my, in general, tip that I tell everybody. Throw it out there. Yeah, I think my biggest regret for conventions in the past was kind of signing up for too many. They are long, hard days. You're just sitting there, you think, but you're not. You talk to so many people, you're putting yourself out there, and it's sometimes a long drive, and doing that every single weekend is a lot, but they're good money. I've made profit on almost every single market I've gone to. Even ones that I'm sitting there and I don't think it's going well, I come home and I count it up and I realize I'm up a couple $100. And when you're only making $5 to $40 a month on Kindle, that's the main bread and butter except for pre-orders. Got anything that you think you've watched people do that you like?
Wear comfortable shoes. Mm-hmm. Speaking from experience.
Get lots of photos.
Yeah, get
of
lots
your
of
table with people. You can post all of them. You don't have to post them just about the market. Oh, we'll do a before. We've talked about a lot during the market, but let's talk about before and after the market. What to do? Before
market, you're gonna want to advertise minimum 2 weeks out so that people know that you are gonna be at a specific event, and that can just be as simple as doing an Instagram post or sharing the host's marketing content on your stories and threads and things like that.
And if that sounds like a lot of markets that you join, they will make posts ahead of time, and then you can just share those, or you can edit them to add your face or whatever. What's really good is sharing the table that you're at. A lot of events will give the vendors the floor layout a couple of weeks or months in advance. So you can just take that, highlight your table, and show people where to find you. That's really good. There's one post she made me for one of my events last month. I only posted it the day before because I forgot to promote. But when I posted it, a girl came to the event. She was there the last half an hour. She rushed over after work. She had no idea who I was before Friday night. She saw the post that she made the night before. And she saw it. She liked my cover art. She liked everything that I was selling. And she ended up spending I think $112 or $120 or something. She bought both books and character art. She just loaded up and she had no idea who I was. So, it works. Social media works sometimes.
Sometimes, not always, but it's just always good to also engage with fans and let them know what you're going to be bringing and what's going to be available and sort of the payment methods that we can exchange.
And there's so many content ideas leading up to it. Like you can post, like even not even thinking about posts, but I post on my stories a lot about like the books have arrived for the market on this day. Oh, pre-signing some books for the market. Like you can just tease it in everything. Even just saying, I'm excited for the market. Like you can post about it in your stories every single day, and you think you're being annoying, but no one's ever complained.
Excited that you're spending the weekends hustling.
Yeah. We talked a lot about during the market, but yeah, keep posting on your stories during. Also, engage with other people like who are at the market. Engage with their posts during the market. Like if you're taking a break for lunch or something, I will follow, before an event happens, I will follow every single author who's going. And then I will engage and share their comments because I'm already posting on my story about going, so I'll share other authors who are going. Because maybe I can't convince someone to come for me. Maybe I can convince them to come for her. And then maybe they'll hit me on the way. So I do that. Afterwards, I don't post about markets really afterwards. Sometimes if I have a really, really good one, I'll like post on my story and be like, oh my god, so happy how it went. But or if I have like author friends who are there and we get pictures together, then I'll always post those pictures. But the photos that I get and videos and stuff that I get during the market tend to feed my content for a couple weeks after, because I'll take so many random little reels and photos of me signing and things that you can use in various videos and stuff. It's really good for B-roll, I guess.
Yeah, it's very good for B-roll. As someone who does content creation. I would say that you should prioritize posting after an event and at least doing like a highlight of a couple of photos where you're, featured, and thanking your hosts for providing the opportunity. Just because it does get a lot more engagement when people collab and post that they went to an event.
I feel like I definitely posted a lot after my first couple events because I always took photos. Like of me and my table, so I was just really excited about having the table. But I think my last couple events, I haven't gotten photos with my table. But I did go to my last event alone.
True.
So that's part of it.
It was too expensive to bring.
Yeah, it was really expensive to bring a PA. Honestly, I don't really recommend or not recommend. The day went really, really smoothly despite not having anyone with me. I was quite worried about it. But I didn't actually bring that much stock. That's a lie. I bought a box of each book, so I bought 19 copies of Tidebound, and I brought 25 copies of Tidekeeper, so I did bring a lot of stuff. But I think I had the wagon.
The wagon!
The wagon was my
Tip
PA.
number 1, guys, the wagon.
Because I just put, normally I'll put my book boxes down, horizontal, but I put them up vertically, and then just made sure that they were sealed. I taped them up, and then I could fit my table decorations in the middle, so I could fit 3 boxes in the wagon. So it was one trip in and one trip out. And I had some gripes about how that event was run, but one thing I did really, really well was table layout and getting people in and showing them where to go. It was very well done. So I was in at my table, set up, and then when I left, I was gone in 10 minutes, despite being alone. But there's other events like Rose City in winter. That was a 3-day event that I would never dream of going and doing alone. So try to bring someone with you until you at least get a bit of confidence. Yeah, I had 2 people with me that day, and it was still a lot.
It was still a lot, and we were all dying.
Yeah. But it was a good event. It was my most profitable event ever. So, yeah. I guess that'd be all my advice.
Yeah, I think that's it. I can't really think of anything else. So, yeah, just...
If you can do events, I recommend them. I've definitely
especially as an indie author, and especially local ones.
Mm-hmm. I have talked to some people, though, who, live in areas where there's no events near them. Mm. I know one author in Australia who there's, nothing near her. And then there's one girl who lives in the States, but she lives on, an island. So she'd have to, take the ferry across and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, right? I know people who have started events, both successful and unsuccessful, and upcoming, which will hopefully be successful.
Yeah, there's
It's another thing. If you're ever thinking about running an event, it's hard.
It's hard.
People underestimate it.
All right, I think that's it. I'm the shared shelf.
Bye-bye. I was trying to think of, like, H-Town. That got stuck in my head, and I didn't know where I was going with it. Bye!